What happens when we bring modern technology into villages, village homes, where maybe people have not used to the technology? Now they are seeing it as something new, something alien, and something that is not safe to use. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about bringing a pressure cooker into a village home, or what happens when a pressure cooker is brought into a rural African village home. So come along with me on this journey. For those who are new here, welcome. For returning viewers, thank you for coming back. My name is Eileen. I usually come here to talk about homesteading. So in this channel, the heritage homesteads, we talk about everything that happens within a homestead, from food choices, from growing our food, from taking care of people who live within homesteads, and especially the elderly people. And we also talk about new technologies that are coming into villages, village homes, African village homes, and how they are being welcomed or how they are being kept away. We also talk about our cultural practices, cultural traditions, and how applicable they are in the modern world. So we look at the positives and the negatives. We look at cultures that have been left behind, abandoned. And to do that, we talk about the reasons for that. So that's part of the reason why we talk about the hidden meanings behind our African names. But back to today's episode, let's look at what happens when modern technology lands in a rural home, in a rural African home. And today we are going to look at the pressure cooker. So welcome on this journey with me. And we are going to do that by talking about a pressure cooker that I have just found within our house. And as you can see, it's a new pressure cooker, but as you can tell, the box is out of place, and I'm going to explain why it's a new pressure cooker, but the container is a little bit out of place. So I found this in what I can call storage, and I'm like, oh, I soaked some beans 2 days ago, partly to soften them up and partly to have them sprout for the nutritional benefits. And usually what happens is that whenever we sprout legumes or even some of the cereals, they take a lot of time to cook. And time means that they take a lot of energy, that's heat, for them to be able to be ready. So when I saw this pressure cooker, I was like, oh, prayer answered. Yes, my prayer has been answered in being able to cook the hard foods faster. But the main question is, why does it look this way? And the reason is that it's been in storage for quite some time. And you might be wondering, why did somebody buy a pressure cooker to be used in the kitchen, yet it's been in storage? Yes, it's a long story. Part of it to do with nutrition, part of it to do with skills to use it, because we are in the village, and because of some of the safety issues to do with using pressure cookers. So sometimes mom is like, oh, the people that she lives with, the workers, might not know how to handle the pressure cooker, and if they get burnt, then usually that would be, she thinks it would be upon her. If somebody gets burnt within her house, of course, rightfully so, she needs to get worried. But then there is another debate within the family, that's the bigger family, about cooking food using a pressure cooker. Some of the family members are not for it because their argument is that when you pressure cook food, it kills some of the nutrients. So that could be another reason, you know, if somebody told mom that it's not good for your food, it kills your food, then it means that mom would listen to that and tell everybody like we are not going to use that pressure cooker. But today, and as long as I'm around here, I have decided that to be able to save on energy, because we use LPG gas, yeah, for cooking. And usually the 13 kilogram cylinder does not last a month, because we do everything using gas. We are not encouraged to use a microwave, especially when it comes to warming mom's food, which means that we use a lot of energy, or we run out of gas very quickly. So that's why I've decided that to save on energy, I need to start using the pressure cooker. I've used a pressure cooker more than 2 decades ago. Actually, it could be even 3 decades. That's when I used to use a pressure cooker in the 90s. Since then, I've not found good reason to do that. But now, because I am very keen on how to use the gas without running out of it very fast, I need to learn, I need to rebuild my skills on how to use a pressure cooker. But as I said, I know a few things about using the pressure cooker, safety issues. So like when I see this knob, I immediately know this is the one that shoots out the pressure whenever you are cooking, and it builds up. But if I recall well, the pressure cooker I used to have did not have this red light, which means that I need to see it and read, hoping there's a manual. I need to see it and read and learn how to use this. After that, I'll bring you along with me so that we can boil our beans today. Now, where is the manual? Does any of you know about this specific brand? Does it come with a manual? This brand, was there manual on how to use it? But then, as we said, this has been here for quite some time, which means that maybe at some point somebody opened it up and kept the manual at a different place. But no need to worry, no need to be scared that what am I going to do, how am I going to learn, because we live in a very, what should I call it, in an internet world, whereby all that I need to do is just to go online, search the pressure cooker by this name. It's an 11-liter cooker, or even check also by the RN number, and I'll have all the information. I'll be able to read the user manual online. So yes, technology is here with us, and I can say it's making life very, very easy, at least at this particular point, because can you imagine, I cannot find the user's manual. I need to use the pressure cooker, but then I don't have the manual. If it was some years back, I would have had to just take it back to the store, leave it there until maybe I find somebody with a similar one to give me their manual to use. But thanks to the Internet of Things, I'll just go there and learn on how to use this, because okay, I was going to say that there is some rubber which is supposed to be here. Yes, I can see it's there. It's same color, aluminum color, and from what I can recall from my pressure cooker of decades ago, it's put my food there, make sure the rubber is here, and I think, did I used to adjust that? Maybe not, but It's to make sure that we have locked. So we need to find out if we lock it clockwise or anti-clockwise. That way, and then screw this back to hold in all the pressure. Put our food in, add some water. So I'll need to read just to remind myself, like, how much water do we need to put in. Tighten that. This is where the extra pressure will come out. But I'm going to read to understand what this is for. Is it a timer or what could it be? If you know, before I go and find out, you can comment below and let us know what this valve is for. This one, I know it's the one that shush out the pressure. Yeah, so from what I can recall, that's how we cook. And once it's cooked, and the way I used to know when it's cooked, it's when it's very hot, it releases a lot of pressure for so many seconds, but then as it cooks, the sound that it makes keeps on changing, keeps on going lower and lower. So today I'm going to discover if it's the same with this. And what I remember about pressure cookers, once it finishes cooking, you remove it from the heat, or you switch off the heat and you let it cool for like more than 30 minutes or even 1 hour. For me, it's going to be 1 hour because I have evidence on, you see that mark on trying to open a pressure cooker that was not fully cooled. I remember this time I had very special guests who were coming to greet a newborn baby. So we had a goat for visitors, and I boiled some of the meat. And since we were running out of time, I did not give it enough minutes before coming to open. So even before I read the manual, if you're using a pressure cooker, just don't do that to yourself. Give it enough time to cool. So for now, I'm going to, so that I can go online and find the information that will help me not burn myself. And also because once I master how to use this pressure cooker, then I'm the one who is going to train mom's workers on how to use the pressure cooker for safety, because I don't believe that we should have such a beautiful modern technology that will help us save on energy, save on time, yet keep it in the store. I believe that people should be trained about how to make use of it safely so that they can continue to use that. So that's part of the other reason why I need to go and read the manual, to be able to train the others, give them the proper steps on how to make use of this pressure cooker, so that now when it comes to cooking legumes, when it comes to cooking cereals like maize, that's corn, then it's very easy to do that. You know, nobody's going to worry about, oh, I need time, I need a lot of energy, I need to go and light a charcoal cooker, or I need to go and light the 3-stone fire to cook. Now they'll be like, oh, I can do this on the gas cooker without worry. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I don't know if I should encourage you, or I know if you've liked it, then click the like button, share with friends, and come along with me on the journey. In the next episode, I'll be showing you how I'm using the pressure cooker and the result from there. Okay, so for today, it's a goodbye, and click here to watch the next episode. Thank you and bye-bye.